Welcome everybody to this live talk in which I'm going to present to you all of the exciting events and updates that are happening in July in the legal design and innovation space. I'm Tessa Magnolo, founder and CEO of Legal Creatives, and in this presentation, I will show you all of the exciting stuff that is happening. So make sure to share this with your friends, with your colleagues, with your network. If you believe they may be interested in legal design, visualization of legal information, as well as innovation, Web3, because that's all we're going to discuss today. Let me show you the agenda I have for today's session, which is basically a way for me to update you on everything that is happening in the community, whether it's legal creatives community or the legal design community at large, because there is so much happening. I want to make sure you are up to date with all of the great events, that you know what's happening so you can take part. In July, we are hosting a Web3 legal design hackathon. You're going to learn more about it in this presentation. We also have a branding and marketing sprint that is going on inside our Academy platform. We have the legal information design Canva that is available for you, that you can download and use and customize. So I'm going to show you what it is so you can take a look and download it. I'm going to talk about an amazing award-winning contract that was designed by a great legal designer from Tunisia. So you're going to see more about that. I'm going to talk about the Impossible Summit we just hosted, the Pro Immersion, the user testing lab, interesting initiatives to follow, and then we're going to have a Q&A where you can ask me anything. So if this sounds interesting, let me know in the chat. And by the same token, let me know where in the world you are tuning in from. You can leave a little emoji to let me know how excited you are to take part in everything that is happening, or to pick and choose what matters to you. So please be active in the chat as we are live. The first thing I would like to let you know about is this amazing event that is coming up at the end of this month, which is a Web3 legal design hackathon. A hackathon is a concept that comes from the tech world, in which we have technologists gather for a weekend to try to find creative solutions using technology. And the hackathon could be used and applied to any kind of problem or any kind of industry. In fact, the methodology has been used in countless organizations and companies, and has proven to be really effective. And the reason why it's effective is because we have a diverse group of people that have different sets of expertise, knowledge, background, and experiences, and that we are entirely focused for a weekend on solving a problem. And we're going to use this methodology to tackle Web3 regulations, which are really complex, at times non-existent. We all know that there are regulations in place, but how do we apply them in the context of Web3, which is this new internet? If you don't know what is Web3, let me briefly explain the history of the web. We had Web 1, which was static websites where you could basically read text. Now we are in Web 2, where we have social media, we can interact, we can create content, we can like, post, comment. We are creators. And now we are entering the world of Web3, where in addition to that enhanced interactivity with AI, virtual reality, and the metaverse, we're also going to see the possibility of having a more decentralized approach to the internet with all the cryptocurrency. So that posed a lot of legal issues, and that's exactly what we're going to discuss at the hackathon. And so the hackathon is going to be a 3-day event with speakers, facilitators, and prizes. We're going to have prizes for the winning concept that is going to be developed at the hackathon. You can see here the amazing speakers that are going to be there with me for the event. We have the amazing team from Ground, which is the co-organizer for this event. You can see Ground there. You can see Sabrina Grolich, who is the founder of the Design Sprint Studio. We have Gopal Patel, who is a serial entrepreneur based in the UK. We have Brunswick, who is a Web3 legal marketer. We have as well our guests who have just confirmed, Daniel de Pava Gomez, who is the author of the book Bitcoin, the Taxation of Cryptocurrency, based in Sao Paulo, along with a colleague of his, Eduardo de Paiva Gomez, who is specialized in tax law and also is specialized in crypto law. And so they're going to be there at the event, which is really exciting, along with Anna De Stefano, who is an amazing innovator in the legal space, Chief Legal Design and Communication Officer. She's European Woman of Legal Tech, business angel, startup mentor and advisor, and member of the AI Alliance at the EU Commission. And they all going to be there. And we have we have Robert Hanna, which is not there, but I'm going to talk about Robert Hanna as well. He's going to be there as well. So anyway, we have lots of speakers for the event. And I want to show you a little bit how the event looks like. It's going to be hosted in the metaverse. So this is the auditorium that we have for the event, with opportunity for you to experience the metaverse itself, to experience this new reality, to be able to also move from one space to another. You can see we have different spaces for you, the auditorium, the mountain lodge with a nice view, the campfire, and it's just a great experience to be together from all around the world and to be tackling this really, really important topic that is Web3, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, regulations, compliance, tax, and really talk about this important topic that is moving really fast, but regulations and the law, as always, not so much. So we want to tackle this problem, and we are really proud to be pioneering in this space and to invite you to be a part of the hackathon. When you join the hackathon, you can apply to be part of a team, and you have a little form to fill in. It's not complicated, but it helps us know who you are, what you do, why you want to be there, how you can contribute, and it helps us match you with the best team. Some of the applicants, we have seen the profile, it was so outstanding. We asked them if they wanted to be a mentor or at times a speaker. That's also a great way if you would like to be part of the jury. We already have a jury constituted, but we are still accepting applications. So feel free to visit legalcreatives.com if you're interested. That was the first thing I wanted to share with you. Now, the second thing I wanted to share with you, that is the online marketing and personal branding sprint we are doing right now. I see Italia was asking about the cost for the hackathon. I have great news for you. The hackathon is free to participate. There are no costs involved. So all you need is go to legalcreatives.com, and you will find very easily on the homepage the information about the hackathon, and you can click there, register, and apply so we can get to know a little bit more about you. Thank you for this question, and thanks for your interest, Italia. I look forward to seeing you there. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the updates that is happening inside the online academy at Legal Creatives. You probably know that we run an online academy, which is an educational platform where you can learn legal design techniques, methods, and mindsets. But because we understand learning legal design is not enough for you to become a great professional active in the space, we want to empower you with marketing strategies and also make sure you have a solid brand, which is so important for legal design, right? If you don't have a solid brand, how can you be credible in this space? So this is why we started a 6-week sprint inside the academy to help you with your marketing. Why marketing? Because marketing helps create awareness and interest for your services. And it is essential in today's world where we have social media that allows us to communicate, that allows us to post, to share about who we are, what we do, and how we can help. And marketing has become so available. If you don't leverage the marketing strategies well, you're missing an opportunity. So we want to make sure you know how to leverage those platforms and how to build a personal brand so you can grow your visibility, you can grow also your credibility on the marketplace. And I want to show you a little bit of the evolution of the brand. But before I do so, branding is so important. It's the reflection of the identity, the personality, the competence, the skills, and the humanity. So we have to choose very wisely the brand, the colors, the way we communicate, the tone of voice, the graphics we share, with the mediums we use. And so I want to show you a little bit of evolution of the recent years of the branding strategies of some of the biggest law firms that have very significantly evolved towards a more modern and sleek approach. As you can see here, Baker McKenzie has made one of the boldest moves, moving from this really traditional kind of typography and font and design to something that is a lot more modern, sleek, colorful, just 21st century. Mayer Brand has done a similar move, although we could say still a little more traditional, but a little bit more colors and more robust and more modern. Sherman is telling as well. There's a lot more new kind of branding for law firm. And I think this is so exciting because it shows that we are entering into a new era in the legal space where we want legal brands to be more approachable. We want legal brands to be also seen as more accessible. We want to keep that sophistication. We want to keep that robustness in the brand, but we want to make it more accessible. And so I think this is fascinating to see all of those new brands that are so aligned with the legal design approach, which is all about making legal services more human-centered, making legal professionals more accessible, more human. And all of that evolution is just another sign that when we talk about legal design, we're heading in the right direction. And so legal tech is also, this is what is interesting, this slide. Legal tech, what's interesting is green or blue, at least from the research I have done yesterday evening. I stayed quite late on the computer to do this research because I was fascinated by the use of colors. And so why tech is using green or blue, I have my idea, but I would like to maybe share in the chat if you have an idea why. And how this is the legal designs brand space. And so this is also another way for me to show you everything that is happening in the legal design space. As you can see from the from the brands we have in the legal design space, very different use of colors. Interestingly, lots of black, which is traditionally associated to law. Legal brands traditionally use black, and we see that also in the legal design space, which I think is really interesting. But we also see a use of colors such as yellow, which is giving energy. We see use of blue, which is more calm and also inspires trust. We see also use of pink, which is more for creativity and being on the edge. Use of green and purple. And so I think this is so interesting to analyze all of the colors being used by the existing brands in the legal design space. You can see as well some new brands that are arriving in the market and doing really great job. So the legal design space is active, is more active than never before. And I think this is really exciting times for all of us who are part of this movement and who also want to, be a part of it, because there are new initiatives everywhere around the world. Legal design Turkey, this is legal design in Germany, visual contract in the Netherlands, Aclara legal design in the Netherlands, Legal D in Tunisia, Checklist Legal in Australia. Of course, we have the more known brands, Dot, Amurabi, Astrid Kohlmeyer, Stefania Passera. So interesting to see the panorama. And so my question to you is, do you have a brand? Because if you want to work in the legal design space, whether you want to work as a solo practitioner, whether you want to work inside an agency, or whether you want to work in a legal tech company, having a personal brand is going to help you a lot, because you're going to be more seen, you're going to be more credible. And by being more seen and more credible, it's going to be a lot easier for you to open doors. And so this is why inside the Online Academy, this month, we are working on personal branding and online marketing, helping you choose your colors, create your branding, create your marketing, create your content, post and publish and grow your visibility online. And it's such exciting. I love the marketing. If it was not for marketing and personal branding, I don't think I would be doing what I do today. And it's just to show you that it's possible. I started with 0 followers and now I have, across all platforms, maybe 10 or 15,000, but I started with 0. I started with 0 about 5 or 6 years ago, and, consistently building some, sharing the knowledge, sharing the insights, and putting myself out there to influence. And you can do it too. So I would love to support you on this journey. If you're interested, you can take a look at the online academy where you're going to access this series and everything else we have on the platform. Let's continue on the updates, because this is meant to be a short live to give you all the updates. We do have an immersion program in legal design that is coming up in September. I know some of you have participated in the immersion program, but I know not all of you have, because I still know that there are many of you who have an interest but have not joined yet. So I want to let you know that this immersion program with certification is coming up in September. It's a 4-day live training that is going to be very helpful if you would like to have more structure and more guidance on the legal design innovation framework and methodology, so you can be successful at using it and implementing it in your organization and with your customers. The program gives you the exact roadmap you need to use and to follow, with a booklet that you can use and reuse as many times as you want to conduct all of your projects in legal design. And that makes it a lot easier for you after the program to do it yourself, because you have practiced it. So it's an active learning experience you get in the immersion program. You do role plays, simulations, practice rounds, activities, interactive discussions. You get to share with other professionals that have the same interest as you from all around the world. We have received participants from everywhere in the world. And this is so exciting, because you also get to build a solid network to help you continue on this journey after the program. This immersion program gives you also the international certification. So if you really want to stand out with a certification badge, then this is your opportunity to show that you can do what you say you do, because you've done it with us, with the community, within the program. You've practiced the skills, techniques, methods, and acquired the mindset. And this is why the international certification is so powerful, because it gives you the opportunity to work on your legal design project with the help of the group and the community. And so you can really show that you have acquired the knowledge, because you also have a project you can show. And so that is so powerful, to show the portfolio, to show what you can do. And this is coming up in September 14, 16, 21st, and 23rd. So 4 half-day sessions. Every session is 4 hours with a ton of practice, interactive discussions. It goes really fast, believe it or not. And it's happening online, and we already have participants who are registered. So if you're interested, make sure to save the dates and to go to legocreatives.com to save your seat, because space is limited for the immersion program. So this is what I wanted to tell you. Now let's continue with the Legal Information Design Canva, which is an amazing tool we have created to help you start visualization of legal information. When you have a contract you would like to redesign, or when you have a policy you would like to improve readability, you would like to make it more user-friendly, or maybe you would like to use some visuals, where do you start? Well, now you have a tool. It's called the Legal Information Design Canva, and it helps you get started with the visualization of your legal information. By using those 10 categories inside the Canva, you're able to have a very clear picture of who is involved, what is expected, what are some of the tools you will need to use, what is the tone of voice you will have to use as well, what's the brand, the graphic charter, the key legal information. It gives you everything you need to have this visual map and roadmap to start visualizing legal information. And this tool is available for you in the Mirrorverse. The Mirrorverse, if you don't know what it is hosted on a platform called Miro, which is a fantastic platform to help you visualize, get creative, collaborate with team members, even with clients. And inside the Mirrorverse, you can find the legal information design Canva. You can download it, you can customize it, and you can use it again and again and again. And it's such a fantastic tool that one of our members, Dora Ahar from Legal D in Tunisia, got to use this tool to start the design process of a contract for a client of hers. And her client was so happy about the outcome. He nominated her for the Innovation and Excellence Award at the World Commerce and Contracting Organization, which is the biggest organization for contracts, modernization, and visualization in the world. And she got to win the prize this year, just like 10 days ago. And I have to say, I'm so happy and I'm so proud of Dora's work, because she's been dedicating herself to learning this professionally for years now. She's been practicing, never stopping, always keep believing. And, she kept believing in herself. She continued on this journey. And I'm so happy for her, because she really deserved this award for all the changes she made in her career. And with the community, we made a little love bomb that you can see right there, just to show our admiration for her and to show how much we appreciate the work she does, because she's an example for all of us. She's an example for the community. Legal design in Tunisia is not known, and because Dora believed in this and has learned how to do this, and now is doing it for contracts, but also litigation. And it's just opening up a new world of possibilities for her, for the community in Tunisia, and also North Africa, and for all of the legal design community. So I have to say, I'm really, really happy for you, Dora, if you're listening to this. And I'm just so excited for what comes up for all of us because of the great work of the community. I also want to make a little, how can I say that? A little throwback to what happened last month with the Impossible Summit. If you've been there, you probably remember how amazing the speakers were. They got to share their incredible story at the intersection of legal design and legal tech. For 3 days, we had 27 speakers from 50 countries with 500 plus attendees. We got to discover the real story behind the entrepreneur, behind the legal designer, behind the technologists, how they got there, what did they have to do to become who they are today, the decisions they made, the choices they had to also make. And that was so inspiring. And I really loved all of the interviews I got to do. And I'm so thankful for all of the speakers. You can see the photo there. And if you missed it, you can still catch up with the replays that are available at Legal Creatives as well. So if you missed it, you really have to take a look at, because it's just so inspiring and deeply motivating. So I want to just mention as well that when you access the platform at Legal Creatives, you access our programs, our courses, our live sessions, our content, so you can actually learn how to do this professionally for yourself. Those are just a few of the certifications we give. The most popular and useful one are obviously Legal Design UX Research, which is the foundation of design thinking applied to law, visual contracts by design, which obviously is a very popular course, and the service organization design blueprint, which is so critical in today's world where we see law firms and legal departments wanting to organize the work better and to also increase efficiencies, streamline the processes, include technology, and it's such a wonderful course. I highly recommend the Service Organization and Design Blueprint. Now, we also launched this year the community-based user testing lab. So lots of things happening. We hosted sessions inside the user testing lab for members who are advanced to be able to test their contracts, their service blueprint, their product design, and to have the opportunity to do that with the community who is already advanced on this journey and who is willing to also discuss the questions to ask in the user test, discuss the process to implement, to do the user test, who are the ideal users, how to reach them. And it's a wonderful place where we can get to collect this important data that shows that legal design works because we can prove it in numbers. We can quantify it. We can quantify how much efficiency we gain, how much effectiveness we can increase using the methodology. So if you're an advanced member of the Academy, make sure to visit the lab and to join one of the sessions, or you could even submit a project and you could have experts take a look at your projects and advise you on the test or help you with the test or do the test for you, depending on your needs. Oh yeah, this is just a little snippet of one of the last session we hosted. And now, great initiatives to follow. I want to give back to this amazing legal design community from all around the world. The first of which is I want to talk a little bit about the new legal design shop by Clara Legal Design. Anna Postumus-Meyers is a fantastic legal design professional, practitioner. She's very experienced in what she does because of all the years she has working in law firms, but also because of the training she took as a designer. So she's a design professional and she's also a legal professional. So she's really combining the two worlds. And recently she opened an online legal design shop where you can shop infographics, icons, visual templates such as timelines, maps, icons, and so much more. It's a great initiative. I highly recommend it. I love the work that Anna is doing. And if you're interested, please visit aclaradesign.nl/shop. The next initiative I would like to follow, I would like you to follow, is Visual Contracts from the Netherlands. Yesterday, they hosted a meetup for the community. I was there. I just loved what I saw, what I heard, and what I experienced. They had, for the meetup, a really cool tool called Create Buy-in for Legal Design. It's a tool they have created to help create buy-in, to help basically do legal design projects in organizations. I think the tool is really fantastic. I love this tool. And the great thing is they're making it accessible to the community. So if you're interested in the visual contracting space, if you're interested in getting this wonderful tool to create buy-in in your organization, or as a consultant or upcoming consultant, definitely go to visualcontracts.eu. Another initiative that I would like to share with you, that is called the Legal Designer. It's a newsletter that was created by Marty Firestone, who is based in Waterloo, Canada. And he is a legal design practitioner. He is also very much involved in technology and legal technology. And recently he launched the Legal Designer newsletter every Sunday around noon in my time zone. So it would be end of the day if you're in Europe. You get this newsletter that includes so many great resources for legal design. It could be resources on how to do user tests, how to do user interview, great events that are happening in the space, tips and just great material. I love receiving the Legal Designer every Sunday in my mailbox. And if you would like to receive it too, it's happening at thelegaldesigner.net. I highly recommend. And the last initiative to follow is Robert Hanna, who is going to be at the Web3 Hackathon event. He's going to be giving a speech there. And he started a cool initiative to move his Legally Speaking podcast into the Web3, meaning he's taking the podcast into this new field, this new universe of Web3, meaning he has now the legal coin, which is the first, we could say, alternative or currency for legal. He has got the coin, he's got a Discord community, which is a community where you can interact with other legal professionals who have the same interests as you. And if you're interested, I highly recommend you take a look at the Legally Speaking podcast. You can find the link right there. Linktree, Legally Speaking podcast. Robert Hanna. He's also very active on LinkedIn. So make sure to connect with Robert Hanna as well. Now, this is a time for questions. You can ask me anything. I see I'm right on time. We've been half an hour together. So this is the time for you to ask anything you want on legal design, the courses, the programs, the methodology, whatever you want. I'm here to answer your question. And as you prepare yourself to ask your question, I would like to also invite you to continue this conversation inside the community. We have created a community hub at Legal Creatives for you to be able to interact, not just with me, but with other professionals who are active in this space or who want to be more active in this space. It's a great way to do networking. It's a great way to stay updated with everything that is happening. It's a great way to also get to learn, access tools, tips, and a community. So it's happening at legalcreatives.com/community. Now, I would like to take a moment for the questions, if there are any questions. Whether you are watching the live or you're watching the replay, you can ask a question right below, and it could be anything. So I'm going to just give you a minute to ask your questions. If you do have questions, it could be anything you want, and I will be so happy to answer. I mean, imagine the opportunity you have to ask, you can ask about anything. So if you have like a challenge, if you have something you would like to achieve and you don't know how, this is your opportunity. I'm going to give you a few minutes to type in your question in the chat. And as you do so, I would like to invite you also to go at legalcreatives.com/community to be able to continue this conversation. I don't see any questions, so I take for granted that you have all the answers to your doubts. But if you do need clarity, if questions come up later on in this process, you can always find me inside the Legal Creatives community. I'm here every single day having interaction with members of the community, and it's such a great opportunity. I hope you enjoyed this live. If you think this could be useful to a friend or a colleague, make sure to share so they can catch up all of this awesomeness in this space, all of the great initiatives to follow, also all of the programs that are available at Legal Creatives, the event that is coming up with Web3 Hackathon, and so much more. Thank you so much for being a part of this, for taking the time to watch this video, to be live, to watch the replay. And as always, stay creative. I will see you inside the community to continue this conversation.